Hello everyone, this reading is for the star sign of Aquarius from now until the end of September. We had some unforeseen circumstances here which delayed the rest of the videos, but I'm just finishing off Aquarius and Pisces and then I'm going to start the weeklies. So what I'm getting here is for the star sign of Aquarius, either you're a man or you're a woman. I'm getting a quite intellectually compatible union between two quite intelligent people here, the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. These two are a perfect match when it comes to understanding each other with very little words. Either they think on the same page, or they both want the same thing, or they click mentally, intellectually, they just click. They could have really good conversations between each other. It doesn't have to be a very deep or long conversation, but whatever he says, she understands is instantly. And whatever she says, he understands that instantly, because they're both quite sharp-minded. Represented by the swords, this represents his very sharp mind, and she's also holding a sword, which represents her very sharp mind. So these two cards are ruled by the element of air, which is about precise, acute, straightforward communication, logic, intellect, and both of them, they could be either Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, sometimes Sagittarius, because Sagittarius are very straightforward in the way they speak. It could be somebody who has like sun in one of the air signs and then moon into Sagittarius, or sometimes Virgos can be this smart, because they do like to speak straightforward. Like they don't like to go over the details too much. They like to think in details, but when it's time to talk, they just say as it is. Also, so Virgo is quite sharp-minded. All the air signs, sometimes also Scorpios have this trait, this kind of behavior, because Scorpios doesn't waste time to explain themselves too much. They just say as it is, shortly and precisely and acutely. Very often, Scorpio males are known as having the surgical precision, like almost icy cold precision, but so are the Scorpio women. So you could be dealing with one of those signs. So it wouldn't matter whether you're male or female. The energies I'm picking up are of a stable, loyal male, somebody who's been working a lot. This is a hard-working guy. This is earth energy. This means he could be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or somebody who likes to build their own security first before they enter into anything. Before they enter into any kind of union with anybody, they want to feel financially secure themselves, so they have the solid ground under their feet to build anything else on top of that. So this is a man who has been working quite hard. He is also quite intelligent, smart. This is the educated guy. He's a professional guy. The kind of professions that these two have, this one is very good at business. He's ruled by the earth element. He's good at making money. He's good at managing money. He could be either into banking, investment, insurance, or business. And this one is more like a teacher or a tutor or a scientist, or somebody who has this precise knowledge about things. He's more like a scientific mind, but he's very articulate and clearly he's able to communicate clearly his ideas. This is a thinking type guy. Okay, Queen of Swords is a quite smart lady. She's also like same energy as the King of Swords, but a little bit more kind of mellower than the King of Swords, because the King of Swords can be super sharp. She can be sharp too, but still she carries more gentle feminine energy around her. She can be smart, but she's careful not to offend anybody. And he might not always be so careful, because I'm getting that. So the kind of this union between these intellectual union between these two people can lead to a very happy family unit, that they feel like a family together, and they could come to kind of a silent agreement just between themselves, like a quiet understanding that as they get on so well, they understand each other so well, they both want the same thing. I feel these two people are very much on the same page, and they understand each other, and they both want the same thing out of life, is to have this fulfillment and family unit. So this doesn't have to mean, so the card shows a mother and a father and two kids and a dog. It doesn't have to be this traditional family unit with the kids and the dog. It could be just that they feel they belong to each other as a family, that he could feel that she's his family and she feels that he is her family. So pretty much they feel they belong together and they can have this emotional fulfillment. All the tens, number 10, it means that something's coming to a completion, and the cups means emotion. So this is emotional completion and fulfillment, and both people feel they finally got what they were looking for until now in life. To find somebody who feels home. This is a home and family card. So they found somebody they feel safe with, somebody who understands them, somebody who is stable, okay, and loyal. The emotional traits of this guy is loyalty, and he's very committed, he's very dedicated. He likes to work on everything in life that he has to deal with. He likes to take the serious approach towards it and to be successful. So 10 of Cups is they found their happiness together. They could be thinking about moving in together. 10 of Cups is very much about starting their own little family unit, or moving into each other's house, or deciding to buy a house together, or just they could just rent. Like, it doesn't, you don't have to buy like a house. It could be they just decide to rent something together. So Judgment means a major decision, major life-changing decision that is about to change the life of both of these people. And usually judgment comes after past karmic situations have been resolved, or past karmic debts have been paid, and this person doesn't feel stuck in the past anymore. And it's time to wake up and to rise and to start seeing life and the world in a whole new perspective after all the past has been kind of dealt with. And also this card is when something from the past comes from an end, but something that's been dragging on for quite a long time, maybe 10 or more years, to kind of my opinion. Something that didn't happen like a year ago or 2 years ago is something that this person experienced in life for quite a long time. They're ready to break free from it. See this person, how all these souls arising, they're breaking free from whatever was holding them back, and they rise into the next higher level of consciousness, of understanding. So it could be that once they get freed and separated from whatever was holding them back into this karmic situation, they will feel the true freedom of doing what's best for them and feeling like empowered, because this card also is about personal, emotional, and spiritual empowerment. Okay, so Three of Cups. Three of Cups is a happy card. It's not very major, or doesn't have much of a deeper meaning. It just means happy meetings, meeting somebody face to face, but to have the happy time together, to enjoy themselves, to go out, to have drinks sometimes. In original deck is the dancing, the singing, the drinks, the music, the party going on. Is that kind of energy. Is quite light-hearted. It's nothing too deep or difficult to deal with. It's about socializing as well, going to cinemas, going to theaters, going to trips. So it could mean that these people like finally realize that they could have the family, the warmth and the safety of the family unit, that they feel safe with each other and they feel at home with each other. And at the same time, they can be, more like a mates, that they can still be silly and go out and do what mates do together. I'm not saying they're mates. They can still have the romantic connection between them, but they can be a family as well as friends to each other. Okay? So, at the bottom, I'm having Page of Coins and the Nine of Coins. And the way the cards were, the Page of Coins is looking towards the Nine of Coins. So that means his energy is focused towards her. Page of Coins is a message that is serious and brings some kind of commitment. So usually means like a couple becoming exclusive. If these two people already had the intellectual connection and the understanding between each other, and they already know that if they get together, they will have the family unit and they will have the happy times. It doesn't have to be too serious and too burdening. They can still have a good time together. And now somebody is thinking about making the move towards commitment, towards offering her commitment to, in sense of, how can I say, having trust in each other. And once committing, they will be able to build all that they can together. But this Page of Coins is looking towards her and he really likes her. The Nine of Coins usually represents a woman who is earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. It shows the Virgo sign, but it could be any other sign who is quite hardworking. So it means she's accomplished. This is a woman who is accomplished, established, hardworking, somebody who likes to live more like an elegant lifestyle. She has good sense of beauty, good sense of style. She's overall in our original deck. This is the fine lady kind of card, the lady of beauty. So this is what he likes about her, and he is thinking about making this connection official by offering her some kind of commitment, and that commitment will depend very much on what the situation is between them, what's going on. Until now, I'm getting that it's mostly intellectual. I don't think much has happened between them for real or physical. You could just meet somebody and then you start talking, maybe on the phone or maybe somebody at work. You have a lot of common interest, a lot of like common things, common understandings about life, and you just click, you just get on with each other. So this person is thinking about stepping forward. Next step forward will be to maybe ask her out, maybe ask her what is your, like, what do you think to do in the future. It's any kind of commitment towards her, because he wants to make this official and proper so everyone else knows that he is now dating her in a proper way, that she's not available for to date someone else. That kind of commitment. I'm not getting any material commitments because I don't have the Pentacles cards that much, but it could be just a verbal agreement between these two. Oh, you're with me now, and she says, oh, okay, I'm happy to be with you now, see where it goes, that kind of commitment. So like emotional commitment. So I'm getting a little bit of worries and anxieties. I'm getting the Nine of Swords, and this means fears. So it doesn't matter whether it's a man or a woman. The picture shows a woman, but this is the energy that could be in either of those. So you can see on the card, this woman is very afraid and she's scared and she's having nightmares and she's overthinking about something that it's not realistic. She sees the shadows in the darkness. and she's imagining the worst. Like what this card shows is a branch. It's a tree branch, and she sees a horrible, scary hand with claws, and she's thinking, "This is gonna get me." This card means like fears that are not based on anything realistic in life, because it's dark, and she doesn't know what it is. Like, she doesn't see it clearly as a threat. She's imagining this thing to be a threat, but this is because she's too anxious and too scary. This could also be the man having anxiety and fears of what could go wrong possibly in the future. Okay, so this card, Seven of Cups, it shows the sign of Scorpio, but it could be any other sign. And what this sign shows is the typical kind of characteristic of the behavior that these signs are prone to have. And the Seven of Cups means like not knowing what's the best course of action, not knowing what to do next. So it could be that this person he's thinking, what shall I do next? Shall I do this, or shall I do that, or shall I do this? There's so many options and choices, and also he's having a bit of fears, either he or she, because each one of those cups is filled with a different thing. And some things are good, like you have like necklaces and treasures, you have a bug, you have a snake, you have a key. So that's the thing, that this person, whoever is, he's anxious and he's worried and he is like overthinking. He could be imagining the worst. He could be even imagining threats because he doesn't know what it is. Could it be a good thing? Could it be a bad thing? How is this going to turn out to be in the future? And it's quite undecisive kind of behavior and energy. So what he's going to, also this goes well with this card that I pulled from the Romance Angels. It says, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So I think this person, whoever it is, whether it's him or her, it could be both. It could be that both are having some past trauma in life, that are they extra cautious, extra careful what decisions and what choices in life they're gonna make, and they're kind of scared to pick any of those options because something really scary might happen, but it won't happen. Okay, so it means pay attention to the red flags. This person is seeing red flags in anything, and they could be like pulling away from normally happy situation because they felt scared of something that's in their own minds. It's not real, it's a shadow, but it's a shadow of something from before. It's not so much that she has done something to him or he done something to her, because this is a brand new person who enters in life, and this is the karmic situation that they need to detach themselves from. So the person is quite cautious and not being able to decide on time what course of action to take. But I'm getting quite strongly that he will want to make it official here with her because he likes her a lot. Okay, so then I'm having the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is really nice and sweet card. This is Cancerian star sign, but what it means, a heart. So the cups represents the hearts of two people, and they filled with emotion, they filled with love, and the swans here represent quite beautiful union between two beautiful, pure souls. And there's a lot of water. Is it water? Yeah, it looks like water. So what it means, it's a heart-to-heart connection and mutual trust and mutual bond and understanding between them two, that they both feel understood, not only on an intellectual way, but they also feel intuitively, emotionally understood and supported by each other, because they kind of feel that their hearts belong together, like these two swans. So I personally love this card. I think it's a beautiful card. Sometimes about a soulmate union, or two kindred spirits who have been going through similar kind of experiences in life, so they understand each other's fears or each other's pain, or they're quite easy to get on well on an emotional way. And this card is showing us Cancer, because Cancerian star signs, whether it's sun, moon, or rising, they can pick up on people's emotions very easily, and they can, similar to Pisces, they have the ability to soothe any anxieties or any fears that are not grounded or anything realistic. And then I have the star. The star means the future will be bright and it will be happy, and there is nothing to worry about or to be overly cautious. The star is very positive, Aquarius energy. So this card is Aquarius, and this is Aquarius, and this is Aquarius. So what it means is the Aquarians see the bigger picture. Like whoever you're dealing with, they could be overthinking about the small things, but the Aquarians see the bigger picture, and they see almost how the vision of the future is going to be like, and the future is going to be happy and it's going to be bright, because this is the happy future card. Nothing's going to go wrong. There's nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing to overthink too much. They, in a way, they could start with the emotional union and the intellectual union. They don't have to go that far as like starting a family. Like they don't have to make any major steps, if that will kind of calm their anxiety a little bit. Nobody's expecting them to buy a house, have kids and a dog, and that will be kind of a very long-term commitment. Whatever they find in each other is the intellectual understanding and the emotional connection. That's what they found best in each other. And also the last card is let go of control issues, allow the situation to unfold naturally.